The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Queen Lyrieth of the Valerian Empire rose from her crystalline throne. Her silver scales shimmered under the bioluminescent ceiling, but her violet eyes held an ancient sorrow that no amount of royal authority could mask. For 3 decades, she had ruled the most powerful civilization in the Andromeda sector, yet there remained one wound that would never heal: the loss of her daughter, Princess Arya, taken during the Wraith Wars when she was merely a child. Jack Morrison stood at the edge of the assembled crowd, his human frame seeming almost insignificant among the towering alien dignitaries. He was a freelance recovery specialist, a title that sounded far more glamorous than the reality of tracking down lost cargo, missing persons, and occasionally hunting bounties across the void. His reputation, however, had reached even the Valerian court. Humans, the galaxy had learned, possessed an almost supernatural stubbornness when it came to finding things that didn't want to be found. Mr. Morrison, the Queen's translator device rendered her melodic voice into perfect English. You come highly recommended. They say humans never abandon a search, never accept defeat. Jack stepped forward, his weathered jacket and plasma pistol looking decidedly out of place in the opulent chamber. Your Majesty, I won't lie to you. 30 years is a long time. Most trails go cold after 30 days. But if there's even a whisper of where she might be, I'll find it. The Queen descended the steps of her dais, moving with the fluid grace of her aquatic ancestry. I have exhausted every resource at my disposal. The finest investigators, the most advanced AI systems, even psychic trackers, all have failed. What makes you different, human? Jack met her gaze steadily. Because I don't know when to quit, ma'am. It's a human thing. 3 months later, Jack found himself in the Obsidian Reaches, a lawless region of space where pirates, smugglers, and worse made their homes. The trail had been fragments at first, a corrupted database entry here, a half-remembered rumor there, a payment record that didn't quite add up. But piece by piece, Jack had constructed a picture of what had happened to Princess Arya. She hadn't been killed in the Wraith Wars. She'd been taken by slavers who specialized in high-value targets, sold to a collector, and then nothing. The trail went dark for 15 years before Jack discovered a reference to a young Valerian woman working as a mechanic on a frontier mining colony called Dust Haven. Emma Chun, his partner and the best pilot in 3 sectors, brought their ship down on the colony's makeshift landing pad with her usual precision. "You sure about this?" she asked, checking her sidearm. "This place makes a cantina look civilized." "I'm sure," Jack replied, studying the data on his holopad. "The physical description matches, the age is right, and she has a daughter, a half-human child named Sophia." Emma's eyebrows rose. "Half-human? That's going to complicate things." The woman they found in the mechanic's bay was covered in grease, her silver scales dulled by years of hard labor. But when Jack showed her the hologram of Queen Lyrieth, he saw recognition flash in those violet eyes, and fear. "I don't know what you're talking about," Arya said, her voice rough from disuse. "My name is Ari. Just Ari." "Your Highness," Jack began. "Don't call me that." She turned away, her hands trembling. "That life is dead. I'm not going back." A small voice interrupted them. Mama, a little girl, no more than 7 years old, peeked around the doorway. She had her mother's violet eyes, but distinctly human features, dark hair, tanned skin, and a curious expression that reminded Jack of every brave kid he'd ever met. Arya's expression softened immediately. "It's okay, Sophia. Go back inside." Jack crouched down to the child's level. "Hi there. I'm Jack. What's your name?" "Sophia," the girl said shyly. "Are you here to hurt my mama?" "Never," Jack promised. "I'm here to help her." Over the next hour, sitting in Arya's cramped quarters while Emma kept watch outside, the full story emerged. Arya had been rescued from the collector by a human trader named Marcus who had fallen in love with her. They'd started a life together, far from the politics and wars that had destroyed her childhood. Marcus had died 2 years ago in a mining accident, leaving Arya and Sophia alone. "I can't go back," Arya insisted. "Sophia isn't. She's not pure Valerian. The noble houses would never accept her. They'd tear her apart, use her as a political tool. I won't let that happen." Jack leaned back, considering. What if I could guarantee her safety? What if the Queen herself promised to protect her? Why would she do that? "Because she's your mother," Jack said simply. "And because I think she'd do anything to have you back." The reunion took place not in the council chamber, but in the queen's private gardens, a place of waterfalls and floating flowers that sang in the breeze. Queen Lyraeth had aged in the months since Jack had seen her, as if the hope had taken a physical toll. When Arya stepped through the garden entrance, holding Sophia's hand, the queen froze. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then Lyraeth began to weep, crystalline tears that sparkled in the alien sunlight. "Arya," she whispered. "My daughter." They embraced, and Jack turned away to give them privacy. Emma stood beside him, arms crossed. "Think it'll work out?" "I think it has to," Jack replied. Later, in the queen's study, Lyraeth spoke with Jack privately. "You have given me back what I thought was lost forever. Name your price, human. Anything in my power is yours." Jack shook his head. "I don't want payment, your majesty. But there is something you should know. Arya is afraid for Sophia. She's afraid the court won't accept a half-human princess." The queen's expression hardened with determination. "Then I will make them accept her. Sophia is my granddaughter, and she will be raised as royalty." But she hesitated. Arya expressed concern that Sophia would grow up alone, different from everyone around her. She asked if I could arrange for Sophia to have a companion. "A sister." Jack frowned, confused. "A sister? Not by blood," Lyraeth clarified. "A human child, close to Sophia's age, who could grow up alongside her. Someone who understands both worlds." Arya believes it would help Sophia feel less isolated, and I am inclined to agree. The queen's violet eyes met his. "I know this is an unusual request, but I am asking if you know of any human orphans who might benefit from such an arrangement." Jack thought of the refugee centers, the children displaced by wars and disasters across the galaxy. "I might know someone. A girl named Maya, about Sophia's age. Lost her parents in a transport accident. Then bring her to us," Queen Lyraeth said. "And Jack Morrison, you have proven what I suspected about humans. You are, each of you, worth a dozen of any other species when it comes to sheer determination and heart." 6 months later, Jack received a hologram transmission from the Valerian Palace. It showed Sophia and Maya, dressed in matching royal attire, laughing as they chased each other through the gardens while Arya and Queen Lyraeth watched with matching smiles. Emma looked over his shoulder at the image. "You did good, Jack." "We did good," he corrected. "And we proved something important." "What's that?" "That humans don't just find lost things. We make broken families whole again."